Now then, welcome back to another episode on the Hypermine Infinity Evolved server. How you doing? This is possibly the scariest hat that I have had so far. I don't like looking at it, so I've used it up, got rid of it. It's done. I've used this one now. I'm on the server with a few guys today, and just getting some things sorted out. I've been putting bits and pieces into my portable AE system. I've still got all that lot to do, but I don't really feel like moving all that just yet, because I haven't got a new place to store it. I don't want to just waste the disk space. My disk drives are running fairly full, and I don't really want to use it yet. Let's put my helmet back on. So, what am I up to today? Well, at the moment, I'm smelting netherrack that I used from the quarry. I've got all sorts of stuff from a quarry here. I've run a quarry in the nether, as you probably know already, and I've run a couple of quarries around the overworld, and I've got a fair amount of supplies. I've got plenty of ores and nether ores and iron ores and bits and pieces like that. Currently smelting up a hell of a lot of iron as well. I've got a few stacks of ore in a chest over here, which has gone into the hopper, which is already smelted. So it's slowly but surely pouring. Slowly but surely. I'm going to need all that in a bit. And today I want to work on something railcraft. I want to work on a blast furnace. It's a 3x4 structure. Yeah, a 3x3x4 structure. So I am making the blast furnace to change the iron into steel. Because I need a lot of steel. So hopefully I've got a lot of bricks. Let's get, well, there's a stack. That's probably a lot of bricks. That's good. And a lot of magma cream, maybe. I don't know. I think I need. I can't actually think how many I need. Let's see if 20 is enough. I think I might need a little bit more than that. I'm going to just make this over here. Make a little blast furnace. Now I know that the iron to steel recipe takes a very long time to sort out, so I'm going to get it done now. That's only half of it. I'm going to get it done now so that we can get on with doing other things pretty soon. Let's go this way around. I know it's probably an easier way around, but let's do it this way. Let's get 60. That's not bad. That'll do. That'll keep me going for a little while. And make some more of this. Hopefully I've got enough nether brick sorted out now for a bit to be able to at least get the first blast furnace. I don't know if I'm going to need any more blast furnaces. I know I'm going to need at least this first one, and that should be the top of it now, shouldn't it? It's a 3x3x4, and bada bing, hollow on the inside. Yes, it's working. Okay, doesn't look like much, does it? But still, it works. It's a blast furnace. And I got 10 bricks left over. I might make another one just to make the operation a bit quicker. Oh, and I got some coal coke in here as well. I'll use that coal coke up while I'm at it, eh? And I've got a bit of steel from Railcraft already. I've got a rolling machine already, which I've picked up from random chests and things around the place. I've got some steel leggings there I could smelt down in the Tinker's Smeltery to make some more steel. But we're just after a stack of iron for now. Let's just do the first stack of iron and get that rolling. There we go. We should see this slowly but surely processing the iron into Railcraft steel ingots. Hopefully. In theory, that should be fine. And I need a rolling machine as well. So let's get the rolling machine on this. I would rather put it on this side. So I'll put it there and stick the torch on top of it. Get that done. There we go. So a rolling machine with steel. 4 steel should give you that recipe. Click to craft. It's not doing RF because this is set to items only. So let's go energy receiving as well. And then that should start working. Yeah, there we go. So, Railcraft steel plates. Why do I need so much Railcraft steel plates? And I don't really have a lot to start me off, really. So this is going to be a very quick part of the episode, that's for sure. Steel plates from Railcraft. Let's make that final one as well. I want to make a boiler. In fact, I want to make several Railcraft steam boilers. I've got a plan, and it needs to be done And I need a lot of things to make it. So, high pressure boilers, such as this, that's a lot of dimensions going on in these. I can start off with the first couple, though, just to get going. In fact, let's just make all of them. I'll make them all. There we go. 6. That's kind of okay. What can I do with that? A 2x2x2, maybe? Above a firebox. Now, I'm not sure which firebox I want to use. So we'll have a solid fuel firebox there. And we'll have this one here. I just need to make sure that I've got everything. I need steel plates and a furnace. Let's make a furnace quickly. And the steel plates will be the next thing. Oh man, I just used all those extra steel plates up, didn't I? Yep, and I don't have any more in here. I've got 2 steel. That makes 3 steel. So we're getting there. It's already done 2, so that's not too bad. This is far too busy for it to make any more at the minute. So what else can I do? I can smelt that steel down. Let's see if I've got any steel of any other kind. Now, for some reason, NEI on the... Yeah, there we go. T does not work. The letter T does not work on there, right? This is me pressing T. Okay, T, 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 T. Lots of T's, okay? And when I do it in the ME system, that comes up. No, when I do it in the ME system, the terminal, it doesn't want to press T. I'm pressing T as much as I did before. I'm going to get... There we go, look, it started, it kicked in. I don't know why that does that. It's this version of ME, I'm guessing. But I thought my keyboard was broken for a minute, and no, it's not broken. I'm okay. Steel, I've only got steel leggings. I suppose I could smelt those down, but by the time I've smelted all that down, I'll probably have another 1 ingot from here. Yeah, there we go, look. Yep. So, why am I doing a steel boiler? Why am I doing a steel boiler, you may ask? Well, I want lots and lots of steam. I want lots and lots of steam for a steam turbine. So I can make lots of energy. Because the big reactors have a limit. And I want to exceed the limit. I want to go above and beyond that limit. And I want to make something that will power huge amounts of RF stuff. Huge amounts. And to do that, I need all this steel. So I'm just doing an episode now just to show you what we got going on here. So these are the 2 boiler fireboxes. Now, I want 3x3 firebox bases because that's the way I am. We've got a 3x3. A 3x3 base is the biggest base that you can have for any of these tanks. So a 3x4x3, I think, is height. I think it's width, height, depth or something like that. But anyway, I can also make a little 1x1x1. So I'm going to put a little 1x1 boiler on there just to see. I can break this again. Now it's become, that's a steam boiler, and that is a steam boiler too. One steam boiler wants coal, and one steam boiler wants liquid. I think I need water in this one, so I'll put buckets of water in there. And in this one I put water there and also something to burn. So this may be making steam, but I also need to put something else in. So, let's get some coal. I could have gone with coal coke type things as well, but I didn't. I didn't do it. So that's the liquid. So there's nowhere for the coal to burn in the liquid one. And this one can go in there like that, and that'll start that off. But I don't want to let it go until I've got the water in. So I don't really have an infinite water source over here that I can pump straight into it. So I think I'm just going to have to bucket it up. Do I have any buckets? Yes, I do. I have a bucket, and I have some lava. I wanted to see if the lava worked in the fuel, in the liquid fuel. I don't think it does. I don't think lava works in a liquid fuel boiler. I'm not sure though. All I need to do is on the larger scale, when I've got it all set up and running and I'm on the larger scale of it all, that's when I will be putting in automation of making the water. I've got another little thing that I want to show you as well today, but this is like, I'm just doing a little test here, just doing a little test. Okay, so that's full. Now, there's no way of putting this into there. As far as I'm aware, no. So that is going to be for things like creosote and the like. And I don't think there's any recipe or anything in this. No. It'll be for buckets of creosote or something burnable like that. So I can't really use this. I might be able to melt down coal and use it. So liquid fueled firebox is going to be a little bit more complicated for me. So I won't be doing that. But this steam boiler version, I think I can put lava in there as well. Yes, I can, look. And I get the bucket back. So I can pump lava in through a bucket that way, and it generates a lot of steam. When it gets up to a certain temperature, it generates a ton of steam. And it's steam that I need. Lots and lots of steam. So while this is creating steel, this I'm going to just quickly turn the power off. So I'm not receiving any power, so this isn't draining power. Because I think it drains power even when it's sitting still. So we'll get rid of that. I'm going to end up with quite a lot of steam boilers in a full multi-block structure design, which will be making it that little bit bigger, like that. Oh, nope. Did that actually work? No, it didn't actually work. It just broke it. I think that is all you can do. Yeah. So that's the 1x1x1 version. So there's a 3x3x3 or 3x4x3. So I'll probably go with a 3x3 base with a 3x4x3 on top of it of these, which is why I need a lot. And I want to get at least 3, maybe 4 of them operational. So all of this that you've just seen me get going is something that's going to be a long-term project that I'm going to do off camera. So I already used all that coal coke up. Man, why can't I put any more in that? Well, I can put lava in there. I can't put coal in it. I might have to make some more coal coke. Dang it. Okay, well, I'll have to do that as well. Maybe make a coke oven to do that in the blast furnace. The recipes require, well, that's a firestone of some kind. That's any fuel there. Coal coke, yeah. Coal coke blocks. Charcoal. Or charcoal. So, not actually coal. Dang it. Well, I got some charcoal in here somewhere, I think. Let's see. Coal. No, I've run out of charcoal. Okay, well, have I got some oak wood? I think I should have quite a bit of oak wood. So let's do that. Let's change this around because I don't need any more of this. Let's start making charcoal. The charcoal is coming in through this side and just going out through that side. So I'm just doing a quick loop-the-loop with whatever I want done en masse. I'm doing it like that. So I'll get a load of charcoal that way. And then the charcoal should go into this guy over here. And, yeah, carry on cooking the steel for me. Alright, so that's how I'm going to do that bit. I'm going to get some little bit of AE automation. I'll pump some charcoal directly into there. And also, once I've got a good supply, I'll turn this off. Because I don't want to use up all my wood. I've got over 800 there. 800 charcoal. I'll probably actually need 800 charcoal. But I don't really want to use it all. So, what am I doing it for? Well, over here at the Silicon Valley area, I have not done too much more. Everything seems to be in order. I've got all of my automation that I need to make things when I want things. This is all turned off at the minute, but I've got a few more crafting patterns sorted out, so it's crafting all sorts of things for me very quickly. So I'll come over here, turn things on, and then I can auto-craft some of the AE system stuff that I want to use. When I want to create an AE system somewhere else, I come over here, make all the parts, take them away with me, and then disappear. What's powering this now, though, is no longer a Tesseract from the spawn shop, the hypermarket. Now all this is set up all nice and neat in this one level that the floor of the next level is going to go over the top of all this and hide it all away. But now it's coming straight up from down below. Straight up from down below, which is the idea. So I've got something down in the basement that's bringing power up both of these redstone cables, which will eventually go all the way up the tower. All the way up the tower. And I'll probably replace these with the next best thing after a little while as well, and just replace the whole section like that. But for now, let me show you what's powering this particular AE system. And this is all now nicely self-contained. And all the channels are worked out properly. I've had to divide some bits up like this with 2 different colours of cable so they don't join. And there, so that I can use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides of an AE controller setup. These 2 blocks together form one multi-block structure, and they have all of these sides available with 32 channels each. But the cables only carry 8, as I've said. And I've done all my little smart cables on the end, so I've kept track of how much I've got going to different parts of the factory, as it were. And everything's running smoothly now. I just need to flick that switch there and turn the power on every once in a while when I need it. Okay, so downstairs. Downstairs is down through the elevator once again. And down here I have got a big reactor set up. Big reactor with a turbine setup. Now this is just a mini turbine. I was just experimenting. And the turbine housing and all of the material components that make this are very expensive. I was going to record an episode putting it together, but the servers all went down, and so I didn't end up recording that. I just ended up finishing and making it when I couldn't record. So what we got, the AE system is coming in, and it's putting the yellorium fuel in there and taking the waste product out. That's all that's doing. And here I've got water, where these have got world interaction upgrades to be able to suck the water up, stack upgrades to make them suck the water up faster, and speed upgrades so that it's all moving the water as fast as possible into this reactor coolant port. And when you put a reactor coolant port on a big reactor, it changes from producing power to producing steam. So it takes the water and it produces a hot fluid output, which is steam. And that's what you get when you've got a fluid on it. And there's another fluid on it down there. You can just see it poking out towards this way. And on this, there's a receiving up bit coming in. And that all goes to make it all nice and worky funny. Worky funky. Now, I was thinking of changing this around a little bit, but as we're all here now, let me just show you this in action quickly before we end up, because I'm going to build a bigger version of it. And I'll show you building it properly in the bigger version. Are you going to turn on anytime soon? Hello? You have no energy because that has run out of energy. Oh, great then. Okay, so let's put this on output that way as well. So that should then have this on input. That should then fill it up a bit. Come on, fill it up a bit. This should be... this is the back that needs to be on the output, and this is on the input, and there we go. Right, so we're recycling the power from that side to this side a little bit, just because it all ran out of power in the big reactor, and I hadn't turned it on, and I hadn't saw it for a little while. So we got that. Let's go get some yellorium. I could have probably just come in and got the yellorium from somewhere else, from the chest maybe. No. No yellorium in there. Have I used it all up? Is that the problem? Have I got any in my chest? No, I haven't got any in there. Okay. Fine. I'll have some over here instead then. I know I've got yellorium somewhere. Yellow. 36 left over here. Wow. Did I smelt some more up the other day? Yeah, I've got some more spare in there as well. Okay. Well, this is just a little sample thing. How are we getting on? Yeah, it's only done 5. Let's get some more charcoal in here while I'm at it. Coal, because I need to keep this running as long as I possibly can to get as much steel as I possibly can. Let's go back over here. Good. And go down again. And I'll show you this big reactor working just so you can see it in action. Okay, so this yellorium, I'll put it in there. I've got 5 cores inside here. And some graphite blocks, just keeping them cool and stable around the edges of them. And when this is producing, it should be producing a fair amount of steam. It's got a fair amount of steam in there, 9,800 at the moment. Okay, so rather than power, it's producing steam. That's the point. And it uses slightly less fuel. There are better ways, more convenient ways of using less fuel, but at the minute, this is my setup. And this producing steam is the reason that I want to make the railcraft steam production, because it'll be cheaper on the Yellurium, because I'm just going to have to boil water and use some sort of solid fuel to make it run fast. And then this turbine controller looks pretty similar to that turbine, and it's made in a similar way. I'll show you the making of it in the future episode, but for now, let's just turn it on and see what we get up to. I'm going to disengage the coils for a start. Disengage the coils means that the rotor speed will build up faster. As soon as I engage the coils, which are those blocks there, those gold blocks, as soon as I engage those gold blocks, it will start outputting power. But there are two sweet spots in the rotor speed. There's the 900 RPM range here, and then higher up there is an 1800 RPM, which we're about to get to now. So this green area is where I want the reactor to sit at. And the way that I control that is how much steam I put over the turbines. So the turbine rotors are running at a certain speed now, a little over 1800. They need to come down. They're slowly falling down. So that'll go down. That's it. That's the sweet spot there. And when it's at the sweet spot, it produces its maximum output. So at the minute, that's 1,672 RF per tick. Not as much as my big reactor back at the hypermarket, which I've been using for quarrying and all that kind of stuff. Not as big, but we are running off steam here, and it's making its energy fast enough. So this is a big enough turbine reactor to run the AE system, which is the thing that I want to do. This is what it's for at the minute, right? And this, I've got to put something better in it to reduce the millibuckets of fuel usage, because I don't want to run out of Yellurium. And that's a big thing, that I don't want to run out of Yellurium. I've had to adapt and do things and sort things out. At the minute, this is producing that much off only 260 megabuckets per tick of steam. Now, 260 steam per tick is not a lot when you think about the railcraft boilers, but it is a lot when you think about using almost a whole point of a bar of Yellurium every tick. So this is going to deplete this Yellurium very quickly indeed. So we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to turn this off for now, and I'm going to turn this off for now. Now you've seen it in action. It produced a lot of energy, got a lot of energy, and probably refilled the thing up fairly quickly. The energy buffer's not going down, so it must be going up. That's a good thing. So let's go back up to the roof and switch that around quickly. And that is now off. That's good. And this state should be, is it that one to there? Yep. There we go. That output to, actually we need that output to receive. And this one should be neutral. Yep. That's the way of it, I think. Yeah, front, back. Yeah, that's working. And this one, I changed that. So that needs to change to input. So it'll refill from the big reactor. Okay, all's good there. Now, of course, the big reactor is separate to this controller as well. So this powers this cell, and when this cell is on, the AE system's on. It's not connected to the power in any way, which means the power can go further up to other machines without me needing to have this on at all times. Just another little thing that I've done just to keep the usage of power and everything down to a minimum when I'm not here. Because when I'm not here, I can't be crafting, so I don't need my auto crafting setup to be working when I'm not around. So let's go back to base. Alright, so that's about all I got time for this episode. I just wanted to show you where we're at. We're making steel in this railcraft blast furnace, and then I'm going to be making a ton of steam in steam boilers that I'm making using the steel. So hopefully that'll all work together. Also, I've got to make a little bit of time over the weekend to try and start making all of the turbine casings. The turbine casings are pretty expensive. I've got a couple left there. Pretty expensive to make. It's a lot of quartz, which is the main thing. And going out and getting quartz is the issue to make the turbine housing. Graphite bars is charcoal cooked again, and the iron ingots, of course. So for every iron ingot, I can make another turbine housing, which I'm getting quite a bit now. That's a good idea. And I've got a lot still stocked away in here that I can carry on smelting. So we should be okay. I should be able to make it in the next episode. I should, in theory, be able to get on with that in the next episode. Well, doesn't this hat look funny with the cap on as well? Alright, well, thank you very, very much for watching another episode on the Hypermine Infinity Evolved server. I'm hoping that the grind is going to be worth it, and the uber big reactor is going to be absolutely top-notch, best in the world ever, awesome, cool, and then I'll build 4 of them. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.